Well, hello, everybody. My name is Sarah, and this is Pearls of Wisdom in Food with Clean Intermittent Fasting, and then the Feast of the OMAD. And this is how I continue to do it and feel successful. Sweet pea wants her lap time. Nice addition. There you go. Anyway, I'm so glad you're here. Hey, welcome to the eating season. We are at the dawn of it, and we need all the tools that we have available. And maybe you need to sharpen your tools. Maybe you need to add a few tools to your tool belt. Maybe you just need to step back, take a breath, and decide what is going to be your priority this season. Because as we know, this season is going to sweep you up and bring you to places that maybe you weren't planning on. We need to be very, very careful and very, very conscious of what our food choices are. Nobody's putting food down your throat. And remember, those food pushers are out in full force, and they're camouflaged. They look like regular people that really care about you, but they just really want to push their, auntie and nanas and cousins and sisters' favorite food item onto you so they don't feel guilty when they take their unconscious bites. Do you know what I'm saying? So you need to be kind of careful about the choices. I know that since I switched to the clean intermittent fasting with nothing but black coffee and plain water during the clean fast, and then I have my OMAD. Since I switched to that protocol, everything has become unbelievable for me. It is like the miracle. If there's something that I want to have, gotta have, need to have, think I need to have, it goes into the it goes into the OMAD when I sit down to have it. And things have really gotten okay for me. I know that I struggle. I mean, I have a struggle bus of food addiction all the time. And the OMAD really has helped with that because when I sit down to eat, if there's something that I've had a hankering for, I can put it in. And it's allowed, it's free, it's legal, it's whatever term you want to apply to it. Food is not really good or bad. Food is just food, and it's our perception of it. It's how we've let it resonate with us. It's maybe being, a female in in the United States or Canada all these years and having that pressure put onto us, and we just take what they say is, and we adopt it and we make it ours, and we live by that, and we judge ourselves and we punish ourselves, and we have such remorse with ourselves, and we binge or overeat or just all of the things. We don't need to do that anymore. If you're lucky to do your OMAD like I am, then something that you think you need to have can go into it. So when you're at the office and those people are pushing those things, bring a little couple of containers. That's what I say. Get some of those little containers and bring the goodies home with you. And don't be swayed to be sucked and reeled in, right? Because it's you. And at the end of the day, it's you that goes to bed at night and you put your head on the pillow and it's like, I wish I did better than that. I wish she didn't get to me, so I ate that. Eating at somebody is big. And a lot of times in this season, we eat at people. And if you're not familiar with that, well, yeah, we find just like, if I eat this now, will you just shut up? We don't want to be that way. So we want to curtail the idea of snacking. There's no good snack in a clean intermittent fast with an OMAD. There's no such thing. Snacking, and I love the way Dr. Fung says it, snacking, cookies. I love how he talks. And so snacks are not good if you're a clean intermittent faster, because we don't want that blood sugar. We don't want that insulin drop. We don't want all of the body to say, oh, food's coming, even with gum or Tic Tacs or Listerine strips, any of that stuff. You can trigger your brain. I wouldn't be surprised if a test was done and they say that just thinking about something can cause your blood sugar to rise and your insulin to start swirly girling. I wouldn't be surprised, right? We can manifest such visuals in our own brain about things, or just sit there and watch ads if they aren't about, mental health. While you're watching a show, then they're kind of about food, right? So it's tough. Plus the Facebook feed that you get if you're on your computer, it's everywhere. And they just push, push, push. And the food industry is it's just incredible. When I shop for other people and I walk up and down the aisles, it's like sugar is everywhere. It's in everything. And if it's not sugar, then it's the artificial sugars or the alternative sugars, neither of which are that great for you either. For me, I feel like I've been blessed because although I still like a sugar item every now and then, I'm not plagued by it like before. I'm not fighting it. That's not a way of life, is it? To just fight what it is that, your little food addict is saying you can go ahead and have. No, we don't want to be that way. We want to just have some joy and peace, that brain peace that we can get when we just are able to enjoy our life, enjoy the non-eating part of our life, and not have it be all about the craving and the countdown and the all of those things that we always allowed. I've been a chronic overeater for most of my life. If it's there, I will overeat it. And I think there was a food insecurity. I guess that's the trending term, right? And I had that growing up. My parents did not care a whit about food, and so there wasn't food in the house. And I began babysitting because there was food when I babysat for the people. There was. And so I would go in and I would see the lineup of the cookies and the crackers, and, you know, once in a while there'd be bananas or fruits, but those weren't really calling out to me. It would be the carbs. It would be the highly processed, highly sugared carbs. And so I created that addiction, and my body just wanted that. I remember babysitting and going to the penny candy store that was next to the playground. And just loading up, spending my babysitting money on candy. And I'd sit on the swing and just, just chow down, chow down. My teeth are a mess. I have enough silver in my mouth for a bracelet or two. Excuse me, Sweet Pea. You need to get down. Sweet Pea likes to be rubbed until she doesn't, and then she lets you know with her teeth. Anyway, so I'm glad to be working on this one day at a time, and I only have today. So what I do in the morning is I get up and I always prep my salad. Sometimes it's a big one. You've seen it with all the veggies. Sometimes it's a smaller one with the baby butter lettuce, the celery, and the crumbled blue cheese. I love that combo with macadamia nut oil on it. And then the bigger one has feta cheese, and it has chopped peppers and cabbage, red cabbage, and things like that. And I love that. I love my salad. I'm a volume eater, and so I like to know that my body has like a good load of fuel, right? It's not a bloating, well, it bloats because it's veggies, but it's not like the carb overload sitting in my stomach and it feels like it's going to be there for a week. And even if that's how I ate, I know that the next 24 hours I'm going to be going without food. So it gives it a chance to just digest. So I will make my salad. I made a beef with barley stew yesterday, so I will have a cup of that. I have a little honey nut squash and Hubbard squash, and so I just slow roasted that in my toaster oven, so I'll have half of one of them. It's very small. It was only, about this big. So just a taste as opposed to the butternut squash. And what else? Oh, an orange, because they looked really good. The cara are due in a few weeks. I can't wait. I love my cara, but the navel ones are looking very lovely now. And so I'll have half of a navel orange with a few jumbo blueberries. That's kind of a treat for me. I love the jumbo blueberries. And so that kind of does it. If I'm still hungry, I might have a slice of rustic bread with some organic peanut butter and some Danish creamery butter on it. Not toasted necessarily, but kind of warmed up in the oven so the butter and the peanut butter kind of melt on it. Yeah, kind of like that. So I continue to get a lot of satisfaction from real foods. It's helped me this past week when I was sick. I thought I was dying, as you heard from my last video. I did go to the ER and I got loaded up with stuff. I took my last round of prednisone today, 5 days of that. And so I hopefully will get my solid sleep back because I've been, if you've done prednisone, it's rough. And some amoxicillin and some eye drops for my pink eye. I had a pink eye. I should have worn my pink sweater. I would have been color coordinated. So this is what I do every day. I get up, I plan, I know ahead, like I'm going to be busy the next couple of days. I'm doing this pre-Thanksgiving and loading it up for a Wednesday delivery because I just want you to know that I'm in your corner for your choices and your food and the pulls that you get this time of year and the stress. And I always have this saying, it's HALT. It's from the 12-step programs, hungry, angry, lonely, tired. And I put an S on either side of that, SHALTS. And the one S is for sick, one S is for stress. Because if I'm sick, hungry, angry, lonely, tired, or stressed, I'm in trouble because the food is going to be the reach for, the comfort, that you always work for me, baby. Come on, don't let me down now. And I don't want to go there this year. And I've been so successful. The clean intermittent fast with the feast is really, it's tied it up in a great big red bow for me. I couldn't be more delighted with how it works for me because I fuel up for the next day. When I'm eating my meal today, it's because I know it's going to last me all the way to tomorrow between 1 and 2. I can sit down and enjoy my OMAD again. And I don't know, it just works for me. It's like a full tank of gas and I'm driving from Cape Cod to New York City and I stop once for gas. That's it. I'm not stopping every 150 miles to put a little something in my tank with, like, just saying, a snack of some sort. A good snack, or, a healthy snack, thinking carrots or sliced green peppers or something like that, or some sort of reach for thing like, a carbohydrate, sugar laden sort of thing. If I want either of those things, which I do, I like cruciferous veggies, and I will have them for my OMAD. I can just put it right in there. It's safe. It's allowed if I'm going to be into a punishment mode of yes, no, allowing. I don't do that anymore. If I want something, I have something, but it's in that block of time that I set aside to have my OMAD. And it's just so key. So there's never deprivation. There might be a delay because I'm going to have it when I open my eating window, but there's no deprivation of you shan't have that. You will never have that again. And so what does that do? It builds up to a binge. We don't want a binge, right? So anyway, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful time. I hope that your food stuff doesn't make you crazy. I have to talk myself over the ledge at times. I know that I'm going to a house where there's a charcuterie tray at the beginning of the meal, and I kind of fell into that a little bit last Thanksgiving. I really just want the dinner, but because the dinner was like 3 hours after my typical, usual at home alone eating window, it got me into trouble. And I know it, but I just did have the window. So when I finished, I was over. I didn't like extend it till 9 o'clock at night because it was like game on. I don't do that anymore, but I know that I overate last Thanksgiving and I want to just have my wits about me, my breaks, my tools, they're sharpened, and I will do as best as I can, just like I know that you want to do. I'm so glad you're here. Talk about thanking thanking you all and being grateful. I'm just so grateful that there's a community of like minded people out there. That would be you. And you help me every day because when you're struggling, the struggle bus has room for all of us and we get strength. You know, a group on a bus does not overeat. One person can do it, but a group on the bus that wants to be healthy and sane and have that OMAD and have it tight, you know, we can all do this together. And just know that if you're trying to do it, I am too. And if you're winning, I am too. And if you're sharing that, it helps all of us struggle or milestones and achievements. You know, we're human and we're addicted to food that we have to have. So it's always been that murky neighborhood of like, yeah, you can have food, but, right? So, anyway, take care. Thank you so much for watching. Happy Thanksgiving. I'll see you on the other side. Bye bye for now.